This week on the Kokomo Press Podcast, we talked about the fact that you guys finally got us to 15K follows, and football's back. I mean, we've got so many great things happening. This has been exciting.
Yep, you got me on Dalton. You might know me as Tony Tripizo. Shout out to Is That Right Podcast. Y'all got to check that out. We talk about what? Eating bugs, and I give my take on how America's back.
Yeah, we're back, baby. We
also talk about the first synthetic human ever. And also, did the queen die from a botched butt lift?
Ooh, maybe. We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to talk about all this and more on this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm with some great people today. First off though, the skipper, the head man in charge, T, my Tony from The Sopranos.
Jordan Granger, baby, what's up? And we have a very special guest today.
We do.
He's one third of the Is That Right Podcast. He is Tony Tripizo, better known as Dalton. What's up, Dalton? How you doing,
What's up, buddy?
How's everything hanging with the podcast, man?
It's great.
We've been trading back and forth with you guys. I know Jordan and I went on a long time ago, and then we had Courtney come on recently.
Courtney just did. Davey just did the press,
and then you're here.
Yeah,
I was excited to get
here.
you. Yeah, we're this is our season ender for season 2. We're figured we'd have you on and goof off. We already had Davey on, who is hilarious, crazy,
Great
funny.
Guy,
Him
yeah.
and Courtney, their chemistry going back and forth, arguing was. Like, I was like, we got to get you guys
I enjoyed
back.
it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
This is a season 2 finale?
Yeah, this season 2
Are
finale.
we leaving them on a cliffhanger? Am I going to get stabbed at the end?
Yeah, at the end of this, you're getting fucking murdered.
That's why you brought me on.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah. I was like, we gotta have a witness.
We got to talk Cobra Kai, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just Cobra Kai the whole time.
Okay, haven't seen it yet, but you said 1/3 of the pod because we just keep adding more and more. I'd better like to be announced as the better half.
You are the better half.
That's right.
Yeah, Is That Right Podcast. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out. You guys do a lot. You guys are prolific as hell. You guys are on TikTok, on Twitter. You guys post everything everywhere. You guys got a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's a lot. We started TikTok a long time ago and probably shouldn't have, honestly. Like, you get followers and stuff, but it's just TikTok sucks. Let's be honest.
I hate it. I make fun of it all the time. Actually, the funny thing is, I'll pull it up just because we do have it here. I did a whole TikTok react video where I was like Courtney curated a bunch of them because she likes TikToks, and then I watched it and then they were all awful and I hated it, and I haven't done another one since. So we'll see if that ends up coming back up or not.
TikTok's just not for me, I guess. We post stuff on it, but
there's I watched a video of this guy it's Gary V. You guys get Gary V? It's Gary V. Like, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. And it's just everything's like you need to work harder. Fucking grind. Just grind core. Just grind hard. And like he was doing the whole thing where it's like if you're not on TikTok, then you're not moving. You got to go on TikTok because that's where everything is. That's where business is. That's where people get shit done. And I'm like, all right, Gary V. I need to see your messages on TikTok. See how old these girls are.
honestly, yeah.
I'm like, fuck. There's just so much going on TikTok and everything that
Our kids love it.
Kids do. I don't know.
I'm not a big fan.
It's definitely taken over, I'd say.
Oh, yeah,
a little bit scary that they're face tracking you and whatnot, but I mean, all of the social medias track you.
Yeah,
so.
Rogan did something about their terms of service on his podcast, and I read a little.
Saw that.
Is they trippy?
Not only do they have access to the phone that you use it on, they also have access to any computers in the homes. Technically, they can listen to everything. Your mic's always on. They've got a lot of
messages you've sent. They've just got access to your stuff.
Yeah, you basically given away the whole phone.
But
there you go.
It's kind of the same thing with Facebook. They said that's why there's not ads. It's because we all agreed to give up our information for free for a free website.
Yeah, you can decide. I don't want to do this anymore, but still, it's like at this point you've curated the life you want online. That like once you start changing it, it all flips around, man.
I'm addicted. I might not be hitting a crack pipe when I wake up, but I'm definitely waking up and looking at my Facebook. So.
Same,
There's something you know what I'm saying? There's something a correlation, maybe. I don't know.
You're not hitting that crack pipe. I actually am hitting the crack pipe when I wake up, so that's the good news.
Before Facebook.
Yeah, it's my new diet regime I'm working on.
You guys wonder why Jordan's been so creative lately and been killing on the page? It's crack.
Yeah, it's crack.
Cocaine.
It's crack. It's corn. Jordan cracked.
Yeah, when you put it when you turn it into rock form, everything changed.
Yeah, everything gets better. Once I started doing post-hardcore, I was like, I'm super hardcore out here. Yeah, I'm on crack, but then Also, I want to pull this up and talk to a little bit about this. You guys, this woman in Las Vegas speeding on cocaine, and she hits a drunk driver who was high on meth. Ooh. Yeah, so like that's what they have going on in Vegas. You know, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Actually, I thought this was Kokomo at first when I read it. I was like, this has to be something that Kokomo would do, because every time I look at a busted up car and they're talking about meth, I'm like, it's got to be the hometown, baby.
Gotta be, yeah.
For the hometown. Yeah, we've been killing it out here in Kokomo. There's so much going on. They've got that new Riverwalk concert series that they started last year. And beautiful. Yeah, have you been down there at all, Dalton?
I have not.
Yeah, you're from Kokomo?
Outside Kokomo, right off 26, yeah.
Right off 26, and yeah, they built that whole area downtown, and they put a little amphitheater, and then they started doing like little mini concerts all weekend.
It's amazing.
Really?
So nice.
Completely free. You just got to pay like for drinks and shit.
Yeah, we talked about your guys' show. I thought that was amazing. You guys did it. What's that place called? American Spirit?
American Dream Hi-Fi.
American Dream Hi-Fi.
Yeah, it's like they had a shop in town called something high. I think they had one that was called something that back in the day that was a record shop, and he like paid homage to the original record shop
because it's still a record shop, but it's got the stage in the back.
Yeah, they do cool. Music. We did comedy there. They do a lot of stuff, but they also have like records. It's more like it's a record shop, but it's like almost like a vintage store now. They have like old DVDs, old movies, old like VHS, old like tapes.
And do they still? They also sell beer and serve food too
for concerts. Food not right now. I think Mike might get back into it, but it is like on the day at concerts and stuff. He does sell liquor and stuff.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'll just like walk. I'll be blowed out. I'll walk down the downtown and go hang out there for a time. I just like it's a cool hangout spot. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's got a good vibe to it, and I know our generation loves talking about vibes, but the vibe of the shop in general is just it's a vibe. Baby, it's just
my Uncle Ralph, bad vibes. Okay, American Hi-Fi, good vibes. So that's how I.
It's not the Uncle Ralph that's the bad vibes. It's the closet that you went in with Uncle Ralph.
It's when he gets a Jim Beam in him. Is really what it is.
Jim Beam. He's got that demon in him. Jeez. Every time. I do want to give a shout out to all the good people out there for getting us 15,000 follows on Facebook this week. I mean, we've been working hard. We've been we've been making fun of all your grandmas for years, and it all paid off.
I've been on vacation lately. Daddy needs to get back in the fucking cubicle.
And then I have this video I wanted to that I sent to you and Courtney that I have to share to the people. I sent when we found out that we actually like hit it. I sent this video to these guys and was like, "Here you go."
Judge, I'm Jack to the test.
so I just sent them that. My buddy Jeremy, I told him about it, and I sent him that video. And he works at AT&T, and he opened it up while with the customer, and all it said is, I'm jacked to the tits. And then the customer's like, okay, and you know how that shit is. But yeah, I'm so excited to hit 15K. I didn't want to post it on the page because as soon as you say that, somebody's like, man, like,
how many's bots, bro? How many? You probably got 12,000 bots.
Well, we got more than that, dude.
I've been paying a lot of money. My wife's getting upset.
I know. We've been spending a lot of money on these bots, dude. Fuck, dude.
That's good shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, got to keep on going and do the thing that needs to be done with the page, which is bots. That's the next step.
Bots and thoughts, man.
Yeah, we're gonna move to the metaverse.
Gee, I could see you guys doing that. So when you got a page this big, do you think, is it every day you got to think of memes and watch the news?
Dude, I'll go days without giving a fuck.
Dude, let me say something real quick, because I'll go on a run where I'm having like great posts, like killing it or whatever.
You're hot.
But then there'll be times like when I don't post or anything because I don't find anything funny. This guy is always consistent. He's been killing it lately, and like he really is a lot of times the lifeblood on keeping the page going. Because like I said, I will contribute. I'll post like maybe like 2 or 3 times a month. It doesn't sound a lot. It really doesn't. But a lot of times, they hit big. Both of us heavy hitters on them. But like, yeah, definitely like when you're just seeing like probably like constant daily or like 3 or 4 days a week stuff, it's usually him, because it's like, I don't know, it's just like I'll build up or whatever, and then sometimes I'll cool off, but it's like he's usually consistent.
All right, Brian's getting a raise, everybody. Brian's getting a raise.
I'm not trying to suck your dick.
He's catching up to the right guy.
Dick riding out here.
My shit's funnier. I'm just saying Jordan's more consistent.
There you go. Hit him with the undertone. There you go.
That's what I got to take a little back.
Yep. And Courtney and Jordan never post anything, so
right, yeah.
No, it's funny. They post things. Like Courtney usually, we keep her as like our moral thing, and then Jordan would always do like if you've seen anything like super ratchetly ridiculous, it was always Jordan. Like if it was like I love what he posted, or like he did like the daily updates for Michael Jackson. It's like he's still dead, and it's like
Jordan was the main reason.
great.
Also, Jordan was the main reason why we were getting like. I mean, dude was a page inviting, liking.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he was so good on that stuff too.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Not
he
only
was
was he creative and stuff, he did that shit too.
So I know you take it from the page. What do you spend more? Do you spend more time on making this happen, or
Well, no, honestly, like
watching the news and making a funny?
No, it's
fake.
really I just get in modes. Like if I've been so like we started as it's funny I brought you on to talk about you and but
Let's
we started
talk about y'all.
I started there was a guy who started, I don't know, do you know Dustin Halupa?
I do
He's
not.
from the area. He started,
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he started a page called the Kokomo Scanner 2.0,
Yep.
making fun of the Kokomo Scanner people because they're always like, oh, let's post things.
Right.
And they were blocking people, and he just made fun of them. And he built a decent following. It existed for a couple years with random people taking over, and they weren't doing it. It was kind of stagnated.
Right.
And he posted one night when I was at work. I was like, I'm going to delete this shit. And I was like, all right. So, and he's like, if anybody wants it, let me know. So I messaged him a shitty joke. And he's like, I'll give it to you. So I took it over, and right when that happened, Brian had started doing a similar page with another group of people, and like we saw each other randomly at work, and I was like, hey man, I just took over a page, and he's like, I'm doing this, and we were joking, and then we started working together on small little skits, and we did a separate page called Peace Watch 2.0. Well, in that time, the Kokomo Scanner 2.0 had blown up, and it was getting bigger and bigger. At one point, we were at like almost 13,000 likes on Facebook, very similar to where we're at now. Facebook deleted the whole fucking thing because of
Nice.
Brian made a joke that was like about like something about Suboxone for EBT or something like that. Like, I'll trade my Suboxone for your EBT.
It was stupid. No, the one
It was a funny joke. I was dying. It was funny.
Yeah.
But they took it
That's
as
what
like
you got.
Was
you
that
kicked
one?
off.
Yeah, that was our no, it was like it was the one I did the gunshot with, and the page got deleted and never came back on. But yeah, he built it up, hit me up, and then
We started working
yeah,
together.
because we were working together forever, and he was like, if you want to do that page with me and whatever.
So once Brian started actually trading Suboxone for EBT, that's when you guys got shut down.
That's when we started getting in trouble. No, it was great. The page got deleted, and then we got it back, and then it got deleted again. And then we were like, let's take a break. We restarted with Kokomo Press, rebranded, and I thought that it would work a lot better with a lot of what we do, because then we did a lot of like satire news stories before. So I was like, if it's called news, then it'll be a little bit more obvious. Like, people will fall for it. A little more.
Right, that is true, actually. Yeah.
And so the rebrand we're bigger than we were before.
Yeah, the litter box one was something else.
That's his idea.
That was
It was
great.
good.
The
It was
litter
so
boxes
funny.
in Kokomo High School.
That was a fun one.
It was his
That's a
idea,
good
but he was like, "Here, this is the idea, execute it." And then I got the execute, because I do all like my skills on the page are mostly like Photoshop and like doing things like memes and Photoshops. Brian writes a lot of the funny stories, like the funny bit stories, and then Courtney does a lot of like, if you see any like philanthropic stuff, like if like there's
Courtney's just there.
she's our moral authority.
If you see like somebody slutting it out, usually my girl Courtney.
Yeah.
But I'm teasing.
I thought you were gonna say
slutting it out on
Jordan, but-
Facebook, keeping it going down.
Yeah, we love it because like she's like our moral, but also it's really just it's a diversity hire, to be honest.
Yeah.
She's a woman, and we
You
needed
needed an Asian.
an
Yeah.
Asian Mexican looking woman.
If we ever drop her, a lot of complaints are going to come out on both of us. Okay, so we gotta keep her around.
Yeah.
She's also HR, and she keeps notes. Oh man, it's too much. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the This Is Our Right podcast. How did that start? How
definitely.
did you guys? I know you guys kind of got together. You guys have known each other for years, right?
Yeah, we've known each other, been basically best friends since like middle school kind of days. And then Davey, I mean, you've all met him. He's basically was all around the country, went to Cali, had his own YouTube page. I pick him up from the airport because he's moving back home. I'm like, damn, your YouTube's page, you should do a podcast. And he's like, well, I would do it if you do it. And I'm just being like a normal guy. I'm like, yeah, we'll do that, whatever. And then he hits me up the next weekend. So you coming to do the pod? And then I was just like, well, I can't say no. I mean, and that's basically, we talked about names and stuff, and that's basically how it started. It's just, he already had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I told him, oh, I've been listening to pods. You should do that.
Yeah.
And he said, well, then you have to with me.
Hell yeah.
And that's how it started.
That's fun though. That's like the best way to do something, because be like, hey, hang out with your boys. Like that's a lot how this started. Like doing it with Jordan, doing it with Courtney, doing it with Brian. Like these are all people that like I goof off with on the daily, and so it's like, let's go ahead and fucking do it on front of a camera and let other people watch it if they want.
It's kind of the thing when you're all chilling and having the little sesh or whatever. It's like, wow, if we had cameras, how interesting we're talking right now. And then you get on camera and it's all shit.
Yeah,
it's never as good.
Okay, let's go ahead and script this out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, let's come up with ideas.
That is how it starts. Like, you get a friend that you have been friends with, you think the same way, and that's how it started for us.
Yeah, you just riffing. Just riffing.
Going back and
That's
forth.
what I love. That's one of my favorite things about hanging out with Brian is like we'll literally just riff each other. And the only problem with me and Brian is we always take it to the worst place possible, and we're like, oh, this can't be on camera. We're gonna probably get canceled a couple times.
See, if me and my older brother did one, that's how it'd be. That's what Davey, he kind of like.
He levels you down. He's like,
I level him out in ways. That's why we brought DeMario. He levels Davey out very well.
Yeah.
But Davey will be like, don't talk about that. What's you trying to get us canceled?
He's got one eye on the pulse, you know? It's smart, but it's also like,
I'm like, yeah.
like to goof as well.
My plan is to get canceled before we get big.
See, we always, that's what we said. When he had him on the podcast, I told him straight up, I'm like, getting canceled is good. It gets eyes, because the problem is you get canceled, you get like 10,000 people that are coming at you, and then the thing is like 1,000 of those people stay.
Hey,
and they're like, I enjoy this. I enjoy it.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
What episode are you guys on right now?
Sheesh.
Or like what?
60 something?
Yeah.
No, so nice. You got. I mean, you're
more than us.
Traction, getting your footing in.
That's the thing. I would say if anyone's starting, that's something that really, I guess, we tried to keep in mind is like we posted, and then every week we tried to post.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, a lot of shit. But we were consistent, and then we started getting guests. We started feeling ourselves.
Dude.
Yeah.
You got to work it. It's just like,
and then you got to delete some of those first episodes. That's what we did.
Yeah, I know you told me. That's one of the first things you told me when I went on with Jordan was like, we deleted our first episode. I'm like, nah. You know, if somebody goes back and watches it, to me, I'm like, that means they've been there a while.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Those are the people I want to look at it.
Because that's what's weird is when you start, all your friends watch. Like, the first episode had a lot of views, but just watching it back, it's like, that's not good. We had to cut it.
Yeah, it's rough because when you don't have you have to work out your format. And I think that's a lot of what podcasting is just figuring out, like, what works for us. What format do we want to use?
Yeah.
How do we get people to like be on board with what we do without like cramming what we do down their throat? Like we want them to come along the ride, but we also want to be interesting.
And that's like, you want to be like similar to like all your hosts are like have similar sense of humor, but also like for me and Davey, I guess we're so close that like if something, it's like no, and I can just tell him straight up. No,
no thanks.
And he does the same to me because we're so close. It's like we're not hurting each other's feelings.
Good. See, that's important too. It really is.
Yeah.
Like being able to just. That's one thing I love. You know, since Brian's doing the Love Fest with me, I'll tell you one thing I love about Brian in general is that like he's always like, if he doesn't like something, he'll tell me straight up and doesn't get mad, doesn't get resentful, doesn't like let it go to his head. He'll just be like, hey bro, nah, not for me. And I think that's important in any professional relationship, not just friends, but also professional relationship, because like if you can't just say how you feel, then you're gonna get in your feels. Like you're gonna be in them forever.
Yeah, because then you're dancing around something, and something keeps going on, and it's like you're inside your own head. You're pissed, and dude has no idea.
Yeah, you're just working it out.
Yeah, you're just
And a lot of like actors and directors and stuff, they have that problem, and it's called creative differences. And that's why you see like a lot of times you see people drop out of stuff because they can't get along with the other person.
It happens a lot.
It
really
sad,
does,
man.
And not every. I tell people all this. Not every project is for everybody. I think I posted something recently that was like, not every project is for everybody. Not every band is for everybody. Like sometimes you'll meet somebody and they're brilliant. Like I've met people in the past that are brilliant people. I think they're funny. I think they're interesting. I think everything they do is awesome. But I just can't work with them because we just don't vibe on that level where it's like creatively.
Yeah, that happens.
Like I'm all about things being super structured with like some ability to wiggle, but also like I like to get through shit. Like if I'm working on a project and I'm there for like 4 or 5 hours and then at the end we have like 20 minutes of material, I want to throw myself off a cliff.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Especially if I want to, like I have to leave like my girl and my kids and stuff to do that. Yep. And when I'm leaving my girl and my kids to do stuff like that, I got to come back with a justifiable reason.
I feel that, yeah.
Yeah, it happens though, man. We've had so many projects in the past where we've worked on and they haven't worked out. But like we always work together and we always end up coming back to each other. And the stuff that we've done in the past, like there's some things that Brian and I have done that even if they weren't popular, we love them so much that you can't say shit. And I think that's important. I think with what you guys are doing, you guys just started. You guys have something new coming up. You tell me a little bit about Kapitol Kommitte
go ahead,
Media
pull that
Group.
up.
Yeah, here it is.
So Kapitol Committee, it's a few guys like Tay, Lotto, Kai Star's a part of it, rappers. These guys like had their own music review, basically service.
Yeah.
Crazy views, just never really monetized it. They had to stop, and then I got to give all the props to Davey. He like hooked up with them because he obviously knows people. We're all from Kokomo, and now we're like a part of this. So every Friday night we're gonna go live on Facebook. Like, check out Kapitol Kommitte on Facebook. And so we play like music like of people we know. Yeah. It's mostly rap, and then you can submit like your own song and be like,
I saw that. I saw
play this, review it.
You guys did one last week, right? Was that the first one?
Yeah,
last week. The trial,
was the
pilot.
one, yep.
Yeah, it was really interesting watching you guys. Well, you weren't there. Were you there?
I wasn't there for the first.
I saw Davey.
I wasn't there for the second either. Actually,
They're just hanging out, like basically listening to music. They were doing some. Were they doing some freestyle?
They
shit?
freestyle at the beginning. It's a cool thing.
Fun,
yeah, it's fun, and that's the thing is that they already have like they've been doing this. So like them reviewing your music and shit, like they've been doing. It's not just like some random people being like, "Oh, this is cool."
They're not just gonna bullshit you. They have a criteria. They have their own like not to take everybody back to school, but they have their own rubric, and their own mental rubric of how they're gonna grade your shit. And then
it's fun.
It's new. It's something new and something fresh. And I love this for you guys. Like I'm genuinely really really excited for this because like we are always trying to come up with random new things that we want to do that are like let's do this to like spruce up the page, get a new type of feel, a new vibe, and to give something somebody can be excited about. And we've done a couple of these in the past. I'll pull a couple up. We did do like a creative spotlight. I kind of already pulled it up, but we did do like the TikTok react as well. And then we did this like we do little videos and shit where we goof.
That one's hilarious,
dude. It's funny as fuck.
Can anyone give me a ride to the abortion clinic?
And then we've got like these guys. I think I actually have the one. No, that's just back to that. I wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure if I had that. I took the Harvest Fest one off here because since we already did Harvest Fest, but we always try to put out videos. My big thing lately for our YouTube is if you go to our YouTube page, it's like all purple because that's the podcast has the purple background. We just put people on there, and I want to try to disperse the purple out, so we'll have like different videos. So it's like there's 3 purple and then a video and then 3. So between like 2 or 3 podcasts, maybe 4, and then a video, like something different. Just to get it out there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. If you look at the page, I posted it before. It's been a while, but like it just to me, it's like let's get as much of random colors. Let's get some purple out of here.
Who you fucking with mainstream rap wise right now?
Rap. Yeah, nobody knew. I'd say
nobody.
I'm even like, old. What do you got on rotation?
I don't know. I'm like a Kanye stan. So yeah,
he is too. Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a white guy and you like hip hop, you probably like Kanye.
Yeah. The only reason why he hangs out with me is because my last name's West. Dude. He's like, is that big of a? He tries to suck my dick.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm not the same guy.
Come on, man. Why are you coming to me?
Yeah, I don't know. Just nothing new, really. I don't know. I went through a lot when I was like younger. I used to like all the weird stuff, like Childish Gambino and stuff. And then
I love Childish Gambino.
Did you get down on Future at all?
Yeah, Future, like, definitely. Yeah,
dude, definitely. Earl Sweatshirt's still top 3 favorite rappers for me. I love that man.
Earl's good.
Mac's the best, and then anything he does with Earl Sweatshirt,
huge Mac fan.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up since we did bring up a little bit of this Kanye West and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this like pop today. So this is brand new.
Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that's say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The 3rd sex tape or the 2nd they've been trying to play me on, it called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it.
It's wild.
And made a decision. And then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
So apparently, basically, this just popped today, and I was like, I needed to bring this up on the podcast because we have talked a little bit about all this type of shit. But apparently, Ray J finally just came out and said that this original sex tape that got released was like curated by.
I've heard that
by Kris Jenner, by Kim's mom. Yeah. So apparently this is the first time I've heard him say it. You know, because Kanye's been saying that shit. Like this shit was coordinated, dude.
Right.
And she's the puppet master. I don't know if you've seen some of his tirades on Instagram. They're hilarious. Some of the funniest things I've ever read. Oh, dude.
Oh, they're great.
The diarrhea thing was so funny, dude. We talked about that a little bit about that diarrhea thing last week. But this popped up today, and I was like, this is brand new shit. So if you see this on Monday, you'll see it. You're like, damn. But yeah, that was the Shade Room. I was curious to see the Shade Room. I'll throw that out there for him.
So you guys think for sure Kris Jenner coordinated 3 different sex scenes?
Something, and then decided, she was like,
this is the best one?
She was in the editing room thinking like, which one of my daughter sucking a dick is the best?
Yeah.
Dude, she's innovative. I mean, like, there's no taking away. She's, like, really ahead of the curve and, like, has really good marketing skills and stuff. But I don't care how many millions is involved. I'm not watching my kid's sex tape. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not watching my kid suck dick.
I'm closing my eyes. Because I still need the money.
I'll listen. I'll listen.
I'm kidding.
What if it's your son, though?
That's terrible.
It's your son?
How is her daughter?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's okay now.
Nobody's touching my daughter now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Kill him.
You got to make money somehow, I guess. They always called her Kris the pimp. You know what I mean? She's pimping out her daughters everywhere.
I guess, yeah. She's pimping out her daughter.
Kim sucked so that Kylie could walk. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Kris is so bad, she'd turn old Bruce out. You see what I mean? That bad of a bitch, she'd turn old Bruce out now.
Yeah, thank God Kanye got out of that family when he did it, honestly.
Dude, he's dealt with too much with them, and now you can just see he's lost his shit.
Or Caitlyn, yeah.
Well, what you were talking about his Instagram post where he literally posts something like, every time I talk to Kim, she's on the toilet. And then she texts, stop putting her, I bet you on the toilet.
I bet you on the toilet right now. It's so funny. I bet you've texting this from the toilet.
Yeah, he said she has diarrhea way more than a normal person.
Well, as someone that suffers from IBS, I took that as a diss. I'm on the toilet a lot.
I don't know. She probably coordinated the whole thing, but who knows?
Probably.
I mean, when's the last time you heard of Ray J? For all we know, he's doing that for clicks.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but at the same time, like, if it's out there, baby, it's out there. And if he's telling the truth, like, this isn't the greatest time to tell the truth because he is insane. Like he seems certifiably insane as well. But it's like at the same time,
a little bit.
Stir the fucking pot, bro.
I personally look at it as like, he's defending himself at the end of the day because like. A lot of people are coming for him on that topic. I know he's crazy and stuff like that, but like I think he usually tries to keep his mouth shut about it. And it's always like it's either tabloids bringing it up, or it's Kim's people bringing it up, or it's Kanye bringing it up. And you don't hear Ray J just going on too much about it, like other than doing it. Like
that's true. I mean, he made that song "I Hit It First." That kind of got him back into
the
limelight.
He said the song was dope.
I guess I didn't know Ray J was crazy by any means. It's just.
Yeah, I think anytime you're like famous and then you get out of the spotlight, I feel like the part of you dies, right? Because that's like who you are. I think that happens with a lot of these people.
I can see that, yeah.
Like anytime, like Britney Spears. Like think about how weird she is now. Now I don't know how much of it is drugs or what she's going through psychotically, but I think part of that is when you're in the spotlight like that and you're not prepared for it, like young, like Ray J or her, and then you get older. It's almost like when you lose that shine, you don't want to lose it. It's like you're grasping on it as hard as you can.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're as famous as Britney Spears, you've grown up not living in the same reality that normal people lived in.
Not at all.
To try and put yourself back in that, I would think it would be impossible.
Yeah, and then
you're better than other people.
Hey,
come on now. You're Britney Spears.
She can do whatever she wants, man. I think.
Yeah.
I remember when the internet first dropped. I'm just kidding. When I got the internet for the first time, I had AOL. I remember spending like 45 minutes downloading a fake picture of her tits. I was like, I got it for the spank bank.
LimeWire,
yeah, just locking, folding that motherfucker up, and like hiding this between my bedspread.
Yeah, some of them are just better than us.
Yeah,
we just gotta let them live in their own reality.
They're just better until we become famous. Then we become better than them.
I mean, yeah, if you make Toxic. Then yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's my jam.
I love it. The one song by her I never really like got into was that "You Gotta Work, Bitch."
I hated that song.
But anytime a girl puts it on TikTok and they're like doing like a funny, I'm always like, this song bangs a little bit. For them, it bangs for that 15 seconds or whatever it is that they're doing.
She is a visionary.
Toxic's the shit. Womanizer's great. I'm talking about new Britney. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Well, Toxic was Toxic. Pharrell? Was that Pharrell? I'm pretty sure it was. Like on the beat,
producing everything.
I think so. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, that's why that fucking. I mean, the song in general was good, but also like it went hard. Pharrell and like between Pharrell, like the Neptunes, and then like Timbaland, they all had like a moment where they were just controlling everything.
That is true. Yeah, Pharrell definitely.
Like NERD was the shit. Like I loved listening to them.
There's a big group of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, they were like the original Odd Future in my head. Like they were the guys doing the weird shit, and then Odd Future came out, and they just added everybody.
I mean, that's a big. Tyler's a huge Pharrell. Like
P.
Yeah, Pharrell, he really did kind of change everything for rappers, I feel.
Yeah, he definitely took it in a new place. I know Khalees came out recently, pissed off at the Beyonce album because they like sampled a song that she did with Pharrell. But they used Pharrell's part of it, and I guess she was pissed that they sampled it without asking her. And I'm just like, ho, when you work with Pharrell, you gotta let him do his thing.
Right.
Pharrell and Beyonce, I mean, come on. They can get away with murder.
They can basically do whatever. I mean, speaking of the Queen, we are talking about Queen Beyonce.
Yes,
let's go ahead and
sir.
go talk about the Queen finally up there making her way with the King. They're together finally.
My lord.
They look oddly similar.
They do. I'm like,
It
man.
all fits so perfectly.
Oh my God. She's such a beautiful woman. She died at such a young age, 96.
Let's be honest, I'm pretty sure she died about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
but
that's what everybody's been saying.
come on now.
I read they were like, what was going on? Apparently, she was like getting liposuction, and she died during getting an ass lift, a tummy tuck.
She got a BBL. She died during a BBL.
I'm just letting y'all know it is a sad day, but if the Queen would have lived, she would have been super thick, guys.
Yeah, she'd have been.
So
the good
thick.
news is her casket is a double wide. That's all we're saying.
Yo.
They had to get the double wide for that ass.
Dickie.
She might be on Coffin Drop. You guys have to check that out.
Coffin
Did you ever watch it?
I think you should leave.
Well, Tim Robinson just won an Emmy, so shout out to Tim Robinson. He just won an Emmy for that
Please,
show.
yeah.
I fucking
That is
Coffin
the
Drop.
funniest sketch show. Like that honestly goes above Chappelle and
Oh yeah,
to me,
I think it's funny.
I think You Should Leave is the funniest sketch show out.
Yeah, check it out. It's on Netflix, and they've got 2 seasons. And I'm telling you, even if you're like, I don't know, if you watch the first episode of the first season, you're like, I don't know, watch the first episode of the second season. It doesn't miss. The first
Just watch them all. Yeah,
it's so good.
Watch the court scene where he's got the hat on, and I'm pretty sure there's dice in his pocket. What the?
He throws it on the floor and like kicking it towards the guy.
Just fucking leave it.
It's like it's funny because when you get into the really easy ones to get into, and then when you get into the real it's like the real fucking weird ones, and they're like Bart Harley Jarvis, like fuck you Harley,
Fuck you Harley Jarvis.
We're definitely getting a 3rd season too. Thank God. Now.
Yeah,
that's
thank God.
cemented.
Yeah,
They said that. He said that because he worked for Saturday Night Live, he pitched a good amount of those to SNL, and they said no.
They're insane. Well, the good news is like executive producers are like the Lonely Island guys. Like, isn't Yorma?
I'm pretty sure.
And, that's why Andy Samberg was in one of the sketches because they
Chunky.
Yeah.
Figure out what you do, Chunky.
There's some of the most obscure ones. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. The obscure ones are some of my favorite ones. But my favorite one's always going to be the it's interesting, the ghost. That's one of my favorite. Like when they're in there, he's like, cum shot. And they're like, he's like,
donkey dick?
Yeah, donkey dick. Big fat load of cum then. You're saying I can't? This podcast is going to completely devolve in us just doing
This is all I would talk about if me and my brother did a pod. I was like, I think you should leave.
Yeah, actually, Brian's got me into it. He was like, you should watch this show. And then from the fucking jump.
It's the best show ever.
It is. It's so good. I share the clips with all kinds of people. Like, you should watch this. And they're like, what is wrong with you?
Like the lunch one, that's just a good give. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Push up lunch.
Skip lunch. The hot dog. I sent
Whose backpack is this? I almost tripped over it.
I told Maddie to watch it, and he watched the first episode of the second season, and he said he died laughing.
Yes.
It was so funny to me because like I didn't know. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people are like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Yeah,
but it's so funny.
Real quick, my personal favorite is the. I think it's the first season, the first episode, the door episode.
Oh, dude, you told me about that.
It opens both ways.
Well, that's what turned me on.
I was here yesterday.
I was like, dude, this is gold.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tim Robinson won an Emmy for the show. It's fucking great. I think you should leave. Check it out. I don't have a graphic for it, unfortunately. I should. Yeah. I should just have them saved on my phone at all
Tim's
times.
stupid face holding the Emmy's hilarious. He's just like that stupid smile.
Really? That's what I always say. Really? I always use I constantly use the I don't want to be around anymore.
I don't want to be here.
Carl Havoc. God,
what are you saying? You don't want to live anymore? Yeah. Oh, Hopefully he does a sketch about the Queen at this point.
Dude, I would die. I did want to bring this up. We were talking about the Queen. I saw this and I was dying. I always have to shout out hilarious people on the internet. And this one, it says, the UK canceling soccer this weekend is so embarrassing. Say what you will about this country, but if Joe Biden was shot today, Wake Forest Vanderbilt's kicking off at noon sharp tomorrow. We're just built like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's literally because they post. I've also seen the meme where they post like Betty White 99 and then they post the Queen 96 or whatever, and they're like, that's the score 99, 96 or whatever. Like, America, we already won. We won a long time ago when we took the independence, but
yeah, we definitely won.
Too much.
I mean, Twitter in general was a gold mine.
Oh yeah,
right after it happened.
So good.
One thing you could say, the Queen, she lived the same way she died, getting made fun of by black people. Yeah,
they just
once
can't
she
help it.
passed, I saw these
colonizer, go fuck yourself. Yeah. I've seen so many of those.
Just tweets like, "Oh wow, hell hasn't got a 5-star prospect like this since Adolf Hitler." Come on now.
That's one of the funniest things. I didn't see that one, but that's hilarious.
Some old lady jumped from a plane. The Queen after winning her gulag
1v1. At that one, yeah.
Decrepit lady falling out of a plane. Yeah.
Oh god,
America, we back.
Yeah, we back.
What she passed Thursday.
Yeah.
And what do you know? Football's back Thursday.
Yeah, the same day. Yeah, let's go. I do have a graphic for that one. Hey, football is back.
Football's back. America, we're back.
We're back. This is the only time that this is for us. This is bigger than the Queen dying. We need football every year. We have the annual.
You guys want a Colts update, or you want me to keep my mouth shut?
Is it bad or good?
If they lost, I don't even want to hear it.
Oh no.
320.
To the Texans.
In the third quarter.
I'm gonna kill myself after this podcast.
I didn't draft none of them.
Yeah, I'm like, I really thought they'd go out there and kick in the mouth, but it is a whole, like, it feels like a whole new.
Did you guys get Matt Ryan? Did anybody get him for their
Hell
fantasy?
no.
No, good idea.
What am I, a D&D guy? No, I'm just kidding. I don't do fantasy stuff. I have no brain for it. People are like, yeah. So you want me to pay attention to other teams? I don't have time. I don't have time for that.
It kind of keeps me interested in football because I've just fallen out of sports, but it's like, if I can win some money this fall, like
I have a friend that's such a hipster that, and he does fantasy football. He always picks a defense as his first pick. I'll take the Falcons defense.
Let me invite him to my league.
Let invite him to my league. Yeah, it's a money league. Bring on your money league.
Picks over there.
That's too funny. Did you? I know we talked a little bit about this already, Brian, but did you watch the new Elvis?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? I'd see. Like, so here's the funny thing about that is I had no interest in watching the new Elvis whatsoever. Like, I was like, whatever, I don't care about Elvis. I'm not a big fan. And then I was at like kickball last week where we got our asses kicked by the coterie, and Brian's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home tonight with the wife, and we're gonna watch the new Elvis. And I was like, maybe I'll. And I went home that night, watched the new Elvis, and then comes to find out this motherfucker didn't even watch it.
Yeah,
so he got me to watch it and didn't even watch it.
I got yelled at for like 2.5 hours for
kickball?
For losing at kickball?
No, for talking to this Russian girl again. I'm not supposed to. No, we didn't watch Elvis, so we went home and I think I fell asleep, honestly. I don't fucking know. It
was like a Russian doll. Every time you thought you were talking, eventually you found out you were just talking to Putin in drag.
Sending a lot of phone cards and like.
Nick Mullen's going to be in Indianapolis next weekend. I'm trying to go see him, but
is it next weekend?
Yeah, it's next weekend. He posted this and he said my favorite part of the Elvis movies are the scenes where his family is pissing him off, so he drives to the hood to overdose on black people, which is literally part of the movie. Like he like goes, he's like, sick of this shit, man. I'm gonna go out and go hang out, and he goes in the car and everybody's like, where are you going, Elvis? And he just leaves, and then he shows up and he's like, BB King's like hanging out, and they're like, it's like, let me take you back and meet this cat, and it's like fucking Lil Richard, Tutti Frutti, not who is it? Lil Richard, Tutti Frutti, yeah, doing Tutti Frutti, and it's like the best part of the show, and it's literally not Elvis doing anything, just watching other people do music.
That's what they say a lot of it was.
Yeah.
You guys think Elvis just stole everything from?
I don't see. The weird thing about it is, and I always think of it this way, is like if you go online right now and you go to like your favorite, like let's say your favorite funny meme source, he stole all those memes. Like if you go on, like you've got motherfuckers that have so much clout on the internet right now, and their whole thing is they just repost the same jokes, and they build clout that way. And I'm like, people have from the beginning of time, they've rode dicks hard, and Elvis did the same thing. And a lot of the time, you know, I mean, he and Lost in Time is like he could have been the biggest proponent of black music and loved black music and actually been a legit fan, but because he had the resources to record shit, he went and did it, and because he had the eyes, because he was white, he went and did it, and then it ends up blowing up. Because, like, is it Big Mama Thornton? Is that her name? The one that did the original? You wait.
No, but a hound dog.
Yeah. It was really slow, and he ended up doing like a version of it, but like she recorded it, she put it out. It didn't go anywhere because it didn't go anywhere in the white circuit because that's how things were back then. Yeah. And then he put it out again. The problem is the amount of money he made, but then when you watch the movie, you found out he didn't make any fucking money at all.
He did though.
He didn't. Not really.
His daughter's still making money off Graceland, though, no?
I'm sure she's making money off that, but that's
probably monetized different now.
That's because he built something. She's making money off of what he built.
Graceland, yeah.
Graceland. And so originally, he owed all that money to his manager, which was like Tom Hanks' character, which is what made the movie suck for me. Like, he was the worst.
Oh, really? The only clip I saw from this movie was the one everyone put out. He's white.
He's what?
He's white. Like,
that's the
only clip. I was like, oh, that's all you need to know about Elvis, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he grew up, and it's funny because he grew up. You guys ever listen to Mark Norman, the comedian?
Yeah, of course.
I love Mark Norman.
Comedy.
He's just comedy.
I'm gay.
Comedy. I'm gay. I'm Kevin Hart.
Hart.
I'm Kevin Hart. He's very similar upbringings. Like, he was like hood rich, basically. Like, they lived in like the poor part of the town, but they had the nice house. So he grew up around black people. Basically, the story is like he grew up around black people, doing black music, listening to black music, listening to black gospel, like church music, and then he started doing that when he got older and had like the hips and shit, and then it became like a big thing where the women. The first time in the movie when he like starts doing the hip things and you watch the girls start to get primal, yeah, it's the weirdest part of any movie I've ever seen.
Their mouth starts foaming and whatnot.
The girls are like. And then you just see like this older lady yell out, like it finally hits the older woman. Oh, I'm like, oh my god!
Sounds like a great movie.
Flush out. You hear it just burst out.
Yeah. You ain't nothing but a scoundrel. Yeah, that movie was the movie. Actually, I enjoyed. I watched the whole fucking thing. I enjoyed the movie. I just hate Tom Hanks' character. Tom Hanks in a fat suit doing some weird accent that you can't. It's like not supposed to, because the guy, the colonel, the guy that was his manager, was a guy who was countryless. He doesn't know what country he was born in. He has no citizenship to any country. That's what they were saying.
You mean to tell me Tom Hanks is whitewashing again? No way.
I know, right?
No.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, what, you guys accept him as America's dad since the whole Cosby thing?
No, ever since the COVID thing, he's lost me, man. He's obviously not working for Q. That's all
I say Alec Baldwin's America's dad.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Yeah, because he killed somebody. I'm like, yeah, you're the fucking father.
Yeah, my dad has road rage as well, or he did. So I can relate.
We can all relate there.
You little selfish little pig. Talking to his own daughter. I love it. If they got me on videotape talking to my kids, they'd hate it too.
They knew.
You little piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I would never. I love my kids. Just don't look in there.
I didn't make you to disappoint me.
Yeah. You were supposed to be me, but better.
I feel like I'm on Rogan now. Can we take a bathroom break, or am I gonna get made fun of?
You need to go?
I do.
All right, go ahead, do your thing, man. We'll be here. Right. We'll be goofing. We got a couple of things we can bring up here. Yeah, we got a bathroom break in the middle of the pod. 42 minutes. I want to remember that so I can cut a little bit of this out.
I want to give a quick shout out to my bladder for holding up. Yeah, I usually am too, but I ain't been drinking liquor on the podcast lately, so I do that. Beer and stuff just runs through me.
Yeah, man. I think it's a good thing that we don't drink on the pod like that. I got a little bit of water here, a little bit of coffee. I have shit myself multiple times so far. I've been shitting myself the entire time on the podcast. So
you clean yourself up after. So.
Yeah. I mean, I got to do what I do. Part of the reason why I've been having so many problems is just because of the fact that I'm incontinent because I got a pink sock.
You and your asshole had a falling out. I get it. I'm not if I could use that again.
You and your asshole had a falling out. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Man.
Real quick though, make sure you guys check out the comedy specials on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we do have those. We can bring those up and talk to you. We got Brian Allen West live at American Dream High-Fi Kokomo Money.
And I mean, they really are. They're fun. We're gonna have some more here probably at the next season of the podcast. We'll have some more information on a new show we're doing, and that'll be fun. It's going to have a lot of fun people, some local people, so we're going to have a good time. Yeah,
we're going to goof off. We're going to have a great time. That's what we normally do. I don't think we're going to have as good of a time as the new White House monkeypox coordinator, because he seems like he's having a fucking blast, dude. Ooh. This guy looks like he would fuck the shit out of your dad. That's all I'm saying. Like, look at him out here.
Oh, dude.
God.
That's kind of hot. Are they called gimps? The ones that, like, you You keep them in like a when you're wanting to use them, you just take them out of like a little thing and then you go to town on them.
Come over right now.
Yeah.
I need you for something. Get over here. Also, we do still have, I'll bring this up too. We still have our shirts. So if you guys want a new shirt before, I'm probably going to come up with a new one soon because I like to fuck around. You know,
I love this shit.
I like to joke. I like to have a good time.
Jordan Bell's Chris Benoit shirt cracked me up.
Oh,
I just gotta say, shout out to Shelby for that.
Shelby made the shit out of that shirt. It says on the front, it says better dad than Chris Benoit, and then on the back it says so far.
I was dying.
Dude, she killed it. I was a little bit worried about it because it's like you never know how it's gonna turn out. And he was just like, I just want the better dad than Chris Benoit. And I thought it was funny, but I was like, once he was like, you should put so far. I was like, way better. That made the joke like pop way more for me. Like the fact that it was like so far, like these kids better not be fucking acting up because it's gonna go down.
I'm on the edge.
Yeah, we've got like I said, we've got Dalton from Is That Right here, one half of the podcast.
It's a fun podcast. I got to hear all these guys on it. It's a good time. I mean, other guests too. It's fun. I listen to it at work and stuff. Yeah,
they do a good job, and they hit a lot of stuff, man. They really do hit on a lot. So that's what's important. And then obviously, you know, I've got like Grey Garden going on. We've got comedy coming back. So keep checking out the page, man. Thank you for 15,000. I want to say that one more time just because
melts my heart.
15,000 follows. I mean, I know like probably like 3,000 of those follows are people that fucking hate us. That's why they don't like the page. But like 15,000 people who like our page. I mean, the last time we did that, which is a podcast for another day, but the last time we did that, it was a joke page that Brian and I made, and it happened in 2 weeks. And just the fact that people are willing to, like, you know, come through here, check out what we're doing, and then like it enough and share it and tell everybody it's funny. That's all we care about.
And what he's referring to got 17K followers or 17K likes in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, that was less than 3. Yeah, it was like 2, and then it was really fucking.
And then it got shut down, and I went into my deep depression.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. My phone has never felt like it had monkeypox. I'm just saying, this guy, I had to get a hold of this guy and see if he'll look at my phone because it had monkeypox. There were so many bumps.
Yikes!
I love this guy. He looks amazing. I think
he parties.
He's Mr. Steal Your Father. He's coming through.
Jesus.
And speaking of a certified type, we do have Dave, which is one half of your guys' podcast, 1/3 of your podcast. I know you guys keep adding people, 1/20th of your podcast.
Yeah, 1/20th.
You guys are ganging out there. But anyway, he's got Certified Fuckboy coming out soon. It's his answer to the Drake album, Certified Lover Boy.
Yep. All the controversy, he's answering it all.
Yeah, he's going to come out here. This is really good. I like whoever did that graphic did a good job. I really like it.
Oh, of course, that was Davey. Yeah, this drops, October 1st, I think?
Yeah, he said sometime in October. He said he didn't give me an official date yet.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know if that's official, but just, I guess, watch out for the singles he's going to drop. It's either, probably Confidence is going to be the single, and that one, like, if you listen to it, you'll probably want to listen to the rest of the EP.
Yeah,
so that's a good one, really.
It's good stuff. They're all. It'll be fun. It's just fun. He's putting out. This is his first thing ever, right? Official. Yep. You guys did the theme song, though, right?
Right. Yeah.
Did you guys do it together?
Yeah, we made the theme song together at a studio, and now the studio is basically turning the ITR studio.
Yeah.
It's like it's like your mom's house studios, but with ITR. And less jokes about jeans.
Yeah, a little bit. Even though jeans is like,
I mean, it's hilarious. Let's be honest.
Those guys are funny, dude. They've been taking, like, have you seen their Andrew Tate stuff? Like where they're going in on Andrew Tate. It's so funny.
My brother, he told me about that. Christina asked Andrew Tate. She's like, "So what do I do if I'm just a dumb whore?
Yeah,
how do I fix it?
If I'm just a dumb whore, what do I do to get this?" She's so fucking funny, dude.
She's the best.
She's so funny, dude. There's so many good, funny women comedians popping off right now. Like, honestly, she's hilarious. Like, Whitney Cummings is hilarious. Fucking Annie Lederman. Like, those are, like, who else? Like, who else do you guys, any other that we can pop off?
I mean, there's tons. I mean.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say that I don't listen to any female comedy because I do, but I can't think of any of it. I mean, I love Sarah Silverman and shit.
If you guys watch Bad Friends, Jet Ski Johnson, she just joined their crew. She's hilarious. I mean, she's not big, but she's hilarious.
Yeah, she works at the Comedy Store, so that's how she got on there. I watched her on there. She was really fun. She was quick. That was like, they would say something and she would throw like a quick like tag on the end of it, and then they would start dying laughing because she's just quick. So I think she's gonna be big, and I like that her vibe isn't like, I'm hot. That's not her vibe. Yeah. My thing with like comedians, it's a thing with guys too. Like if it's a hot guy comedian, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't care. like Dane Cook. You know what I mean? He's lucky he had that pot face.
Hot.
He had that pot face. You know what I mean? He had that pizza face going on. That's why he was good.
I felt like
because Louis C.K. is so hot. But he just makes it work somehow.
dude, his comedy's hot as fuck. I mean,
it's
I
the
know
ugliest
he's
man
frowned
ever.
on, but,
No, I mean, Louis C.K. I mean, even Obama said Louis C.K. is one of his favorite comedians.
I mean, he's the GOAT. Let's be honest.
Real quick, Louis C.K.'s new comedy. He's like, you know what it's like when Obama knows your thing? Talking about his sex jerking. He's like, you know, it's embarrassing though when Obama knows your thing.
Yeah, like, what are you into? Do you think that dude? Here's my thing. Do you think that dude was permanently kink shamed back in the closet with that? Because I mean, obviously the bit was like he liked to jerk off in front of women.
My thing is, if they said it's okay, but if he ever once did it without like or not, that is wrong, and you shouldn't do that.
But you know,
it's
also
pretty weird either way. But
yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I mean, we don't kink shame.
If
on
she's
this
with
podcast,
it, you know what I'm saying? If she's cool with you jerking off in front of her.
Well, it's funny because there were some women that had come out being like it was funny to them. They thought it was hilarious that he was jerking off in front of them. They're like, "This is interesting." And then some women were like, "He ruined my comedy career." Like,
and yeah, my wife heard about it and she was like, "Wow, you do the same thing, only you're crying when you do it." So I was like,
you're crying, and it's usually when I'm in the corner and I'm like, "No," and I say, "No, you can't have it," and you're like, "Okay." And
she's with another guy.
It's just so weird, dude. Every single time. That's actually how you met Davey, right? I'm just kidding. Nah, Davey, man. You're the good thing about that. One of my favorite things about having you on the podcast with Davey is you do balance him out because like you got a girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Davey's never had a girl. I'm just gonna give him shit. Now him and Courtney on the pod when Courtney went on the episode was one of the funniest things to me because like they just butted heads because they completely disagree on everything with that.
That was such a good episode, honestly. You guys got to check that one out.
Yeah, check it out. Courtney went on there.
It's
funny.
Halfway through, it was like, yeah, when we take our break, Courtney's gonna put on the boxing gloves because they would. They just butt heads the whole time.
It was funny though. I really enjoyed it because like. The chemistry. The funny thing is how much they disagree. There was a lot of chemistry there because they were able to. She's able to match him in the arguing category.
And that we went for so long with Courtney, and that there was a good like some of the stuff we had to cut out because honestly, like me and Courtney would like gang up too hard. And watching it with Davey's like, we could cut that. That just makes you look bad at this point. So Courtney's gonna drill into it, and I just start taking her side.
I love it, dude. It's funny as fuck because
it is real fun.
It's just those two together. It made me laugh, and then you guys are like, "You can come back on some other time." I'm like, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we kept telling her we're gonna steal her from you guys.
They got beef, but nothing like what's going on this weekend at the Greentown Festival. That shit was wild, dude.
I didn't even hear about this.
I think it's crazy that the crazy shit from Kokomo is starting to seep into Greentown. It's like a Greentown man was arrested Saturday morning after police say he shot and killed another man after an altercation broke out at the Howard County Vietnam Veterans campground. And this is from the Kokomo Tribune. So 1 killed, 1 arrested.
And you mean neither of those guys were from Chicago?
No, they were both white guys.
What?
I thought only black guys. That's how Kokomo people act. What?
That's what we're getting at, guys.
Yeah. That's the joke here. Is that everybody around this town thinks that you have to be black in order to be violent.
2 white guys killed each other? Or
yeah,
shot
right.
each other? Yeah. What happened? Tell me the story.
So apparently, this is what I read this morning was these 2 guys were there together. They were hanging out. There was an altercation broke out, and the one guy they pulled out his gun basically to intimidate him. The gun I think hit the deck, like it hit the ground, and they were fighting over it. And then a shot went off, shot the guy in the abdomen. And then the cops were called. The guy they arrested the guy without incident. Like he didn't leave. He was like, I know I got to get arrested now. But it's like they got him on voluntary manslaughter. They got him on like intimidation. They got him on, they throw everything they can at you, and then but he also had some marijuana on him in a fucking pipe. So of course they would throw that at the end of it.
That's what he gets hit for the hardest in Indiana is the crazy part.
Listen, you can kill somebody, but if you're going to smoke weed while you do it.
He was crossing the street diagonally when it happened to, so he got a jaywalk. Got a ticket.
You can kill a man. You just can't smoke weed while you do it.
Well, throw the ticket out, but the manslaughter thing's going to stick.
Yeah. Rest in peace to the gentleman that did get murdered. Because
a lot of people are...
I mean, I hate to make jokes, but Indiana's a lot like the NFL in that regard.
Yeah, you got it.
You can kill people, but you can't
we can
be
make fun of
weed.
the Queen. We can make fun of...
Go on now.
Nah, it sucks because it's local, and anytime somebody gets murdered, even in like the worst circumstances, like I think more information is going to come out about how it started eventually. Like maybe we'll know, like were they drinking? Was there a legitimate qualm? Was the guy fearing for his life when he pulled the gun? Maybe he was.
I'll tell you without a shadow of a doubt, they were definitely drinking. That's all you do at the veterans.
Yeah, I would think
campgrounds, smoking. I mean,
Hold on, are you trying to say us veterans don't do anything but drink?
That's it, boy.
All right, you're right. You're right. That's all we can do.
Hey, man, you're dealing with PTSD and shit. I get it. Like,
yeah, man. Like me personally, I have a lot of PTSD because I was a mailman. You know what I mean? Those dogs and cats were freaking me out in the military. I was like, what? And they didn't give me a gun to shoot these cats and dogs, so I have nothing to do about that. They sent me to Italy, and then they sent me to like the Caribbean, and then they're like, "You're going to Washington State." I was like, "Oh, I get to see the world. Cool."
Yeah, you were a mailman, weren't you?
Yeah, I was a mailman. They called me Carl Malone. I'm just kidding.
That's the scary part. You're telling me a veteran who has been trained pulled this out and just had dropped on the ground.
Yeah, apparently there was a scuffle with it. I might be a little bit wrong. Like I said, I read the story. I don't have all the details here, but I think he was like motioning and the other guy went for it apparently, and it fell on the ground, and then there was a scuffle for it.
I guess to me that's the scariest part about guns is having someone who hasn't been taught how to use it and what it is, and if you pull it out, it better be for a reason. So see veterans do that, and it doesn't seem like there is that like code, or I don't know, that's worrisome.
It also gets a little bit dicey because like there's a part of you that has to remember that, you know, if you've ever have you been in a fight before? Like a fist fight?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever, the adrenaline starts to kick and then things happen. And that's why, like, if you're going to fight somebody or you have a big thing, like, the pulling the gun is like your life needs to be like on the line. Like you're about to get killed. Like,
if basically like your dad probably told you if you're going to pull a gun, you better be ready to use it.
Yeah, you should be ready to shoot.
Don't just pull it for intimidate. Don't pull it because you're flashing around. Like if it comes out the holster, you better be ready to use it.
Hell yeah. And that's the truth about it. Like a lot of kids nowadays, they will carry the gun, but they don't really know. You know,
they don't have triggers. That's the scariest part about the guns is, like there's a lot of people who are going to save your life, how you guys talked about in the mall, whatever. Yeah, but there's a lot of people who aren't taught properly whatsoever. Yeah, and that is the scary part. Like even as someone who I carry, like in my car at least, like has guns kind of stuff, like I can address that's scary that people aren't getting taught the right way and still just carry them whenever they want.
Yeah, especially with the new law change that came in effect in July, that like if you would be able to legally carry now, you can just carry without it, even have to go through a process.
And it's scary. And then I'm sure everyone hated that once that law came in, that kid literally saved lives without a permit.
Probably hated it.
I'm sure they hated that, but it's a touchy subject. We probably hardly ever talk about it really because of that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, and I mean you can have it. The thing is, you can have an opinion on anything. This is America, damn it. We're built on opinions. It doesn't necessarily mean people are gonna give a fuck, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right opinion. But people can have opinions, and I think when it comes to the gun thing in general, I think it does. It serves both sides equally. It's just like when people talk about abortion, and I know this has come up a lot because of what happened recently. When people talk about abortion, they're like, "Listen, do I want people to get abortions? No, but should people be able to take make that decision for themselves? Yeah, that's Absolutely. How I feel. And then when it comes to guns, it's the same thing. Do I think that? Do I like the fact that people need guns in order to protect themselves? No, but the reality is you need to. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you have nothing in the record. You should be able to protect yourself and your home and your kids and your family, your wife, whomever. You know what I mean? And it sucks either way that we have to but human beings aren't perfect, and to pretend like we are, it's not going to work. But the good news is in the future we might be perfect. Hey, segues are fun. Synthetic human embryo with brain and heart formed without using eggs or sperm.
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure Nick Cannon already has a baby like this way.
I was going to say.
Nick
Cannon's already signed up. He's like, I got enough kids. Let me add one that's not even. That's freaking creepy, right? Like the fact that they're like, listen, we don't need a mom. We don't need a dad. We're just going to make kids from
eggs or that's fucking
I read they're
terrifying.
using they're just using like stem cells, like mice stem cells and weird shit like that to make this work. Yeah.
And make a human out of it. What are these impossible humans? Yeah. Like the impossible meat?
They're selling them.
Impossible.
They're selling them at the local Burger King.
Yeah, I thought they were made with Burger King meat, honestly, when you say synthetic.
God. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this, I'll pull it back up. When you look at this fucking thing, now, first off, that's probably not even a real photo. That baby has fingers in its mouth. I think I can't tell.
That's a leg. Stomach, bro.
It looks pretty cute.
Is that a leg or a dick right there?
That's a stomach.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's a big old. That's a mushroom tip, or like looks like one of the mushrooms growing out of the yard over there.
Dude, that graphic's crazy. But just the fact that in the future, if you're non-binary, you can basically just have a baby without any issues, you can just be like, listen, nobody has to be the mom. Nobody has to be the dad. I wonder if somebody has to carry. What do you think?
I have no clue.
Have they created synthetic pods?
Probably. I mean, probably just...
They probably still need somebody to carry the baby. Because, like, to full term, because if you're thinking about it, they haven't been... I've never heard of them successfully being able to create a person from beginning to end in the lab, but they can, like create, like, the embryo here, and then you still have to implant it in a cervix or whatever.
I'm scared, though, because is this the next step to mail order brides? It worries me. Like, you got to wait 18 years, and then you can pick her up, okay? We'll make her in the lab. We'll grow her for 18 years. You come get her, buddy. Pay your deposit.
Do they have rights? That's the next question. Do they have rights? At what do they have ages? Do ages even matter? Like, there's so many things.
Want to grow her at 28?
That's a good point, because really, who is subscribe? Who's doing this? You know?
like it would be. Do we need this? Like, we all have. Like, most people have one or the other.
Yeah,
I think the only people,
other,
regardless of your gender, you have the ability to either hold a baby or make a baby another way. Some people can't. There are obviously outliers to anything, but I mean, maybe that's for them. But even then, it's like will they be able to take your stem cells or your genetic material, and even without an egg or a sperm, will you be able to procreate, even though, like, I guess God decided you shouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess I would think about it more. It's probably like it's like Build-A-Bear. Like, I want my kid to be 6 foot tall, so put those stems in.
Fucking Gattaca. You ever seen Gattaca, the movie?
No.
Dude, it's fucking wild. It's got It's a badass movie. It's got Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, and Jude Law, and it's about the future. And this guy, basically, it's like humans have evolved to be able to create perfect humans, like no cancer, no nothing.
I figure we'll get to that eventually.
But then there are people that are made out of love, and they're like a second-class citizen. And it's about Ethan Hawke's character becoming Jude Law in order, like, make it, like, becoming look like. Basically, he takes over his life because he's, like, wheelchair bound in order to go to space to be one of the first humans to colonize. And it's like he was born with all these problems. Like, he doesn't have perfect vision. He, like, can't, like, doesn't have great stamina. And it's like it's an entire wild ass fucking
Sounds
movie.
good.
It's a good ass movie, dude.
You were asking Dalton who was behind this thing with the babies and stuff.
Yeah,
it's Bill Gates.
I'm
sure
it's Bill Gates.
It's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
It's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is like, listen, you're gonna be eating crickets.
Oh my god!
If you guys seen that shit, they're gonna be eating crickets. They're gonna be eating bugs, and you don't even need to fuck anymore. If I can't fuck, nobody can. That's all I'm saying.
My wife divorced me. I'm miserable. You are gonna be too.
Yeah. He's out here like Epstein died for something. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we never
something. Come on now.
Yeah, we never talked about this real quick, but I got to bring it up, and I meant to take a picture of it. Apparently, Bill Gates' daughter is dating a black guy.
Oh, she got a brother?
Yeah. Well,
she's dating a brother?
Dating a black guy, and I thought it was funny. Like, you talked about, like, the Twitter remark, like, Twitter talking about it, dude. Some of those comments were gold. It's like, yeah, rest up, King, like, or like, knock her up, King. Make sure you get everything you can out of it.
She was sick of it.
She's fine too.
She was sick of all the white guys being Microsoft. But no, I love it, dude. That's hilarious, though. And maybe that's why he was like, drop the synthetic humans. I can't have. He's like, we gotta keep me pure. I'm just kidding. He seems the type, though, doesn't he?
Can you imagine Bill Gates like going to a cookout though because he has to, and he's just there. He's like, I brought Hennessy. I don't know.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that clip of Trump being like, "Look at my man, look at my African American over here"? That's Bill Gates at the fucking.
It's not cool.
Look at all my African Americans.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Joe was like, "Are you gay?
You gay?
You don't look gay."
all of a sudden you're gonna find out that guy, like all of a sudden they're gonna break up, and then in 5 years that dude's gonna be like the next, like he's like he's in creative for Microsoft, like he just got a title that doesn't do anything. Get away from my daughter. Bill Gates, dude. Well, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna get bugs and you're gonna eat them.
Yeah, Jesus.
I saw
you guys eating bugs?
I'm not eating them. I saw they did a clip of kids in Australia eating crickets, like that's part of their meal plan, like at schools. And I saw a whole video. I was gonna post the video on here, and I forgot to get that one because that was one of the ones I wanted to get. But these kids are just, yeah, they're good, and I'm like, yeah, that's disgusting.
I just saw Rogan talking about, yeah, they got protein. I'm like, what side are you on, man?
Like, well, you got to figure this shit out, man. We're not done with it.
So my mother,
controlled ops out here.
My mother-in-law got the kids like little things that have chocolate-covered crickets, and we all tried them. It's a novelty, but I couldn't eat them every day.
Yeah, my ex actually got this one. This was the bug roach that she got. Yeah.
What do we call this?
This is a roach cock. cockroach.
It's over.
Roach
Jesus.
Oh man.
Oh man. A little
Now,
bit of
can this
something.
thing lay eggs in you? Is the big question.
That's the good news.
That is sadistic. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's
It lays
insane.
synthetic human embryos. It
Yeah.
lays these guys.
Jesus.
Damn it. People do the weirdest shit, man. People will do anything just to get some little bit of clout on the internet. Let me post this picture of this.
It
makes
makes
me
this
laugh.
dildo with cockroaches in it.
Well, we were talking a little bit about the gun issues. Have you heard about how they've kind of like relaxed a lot of laws in Illinois coming in January 2023?
Yes, I have heard about this.
So apparently Illinois' non-detainable offenses beginning January 1st, so you cannot be detained for these anymore in the state of Illinois. Aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing. Man, they're getting aggravated. Arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, kidnap, robbery, second-degree murder, threatening a public official, and Epstein. I'm just kidding. That last part I
Question,
made up.
real quick. What the fuck is explain second-degree murder as opposed to first-degree murder?
It's when you actually go back and you like do an extra couple years. Oh no, that's a master's degree. My bad.
Stupid.
I'm just kidding.
Second.
I have no secondary. I think it's like you didn't like you meant to do it, but like you didn't plan it very well. I don't fucking know, dude. All these degrees, dude.
I will
Second
say this.
is technically like premeditated.
Okay.
Something that I don't like this, and this is bullshit, but something that makes me feel good that there's nothing with any offenses to children. Like if you're fucking children, still you're still going to prison.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like that.
Unless you kidnap them, apparently.
I mean, yeah, with kidnapping.
I mean, there's some weird stuff on here. I just love how everything says aggravated battery. Like it's like with anything that they bring up, it's always like they have another word in front of it that like makes it specific. I always think that's weird.
Drug-induced homicide. If I give my homie too big of a dab, I'm going to prison. Or I'm not getting held in Illinois.
Good. It's good to know. You know, you're going up there. It's wild because the example for like the most violent city is in Illinois. It's in Chicago. Everybody brings that one up.
Most likely, yeah.
It's
Either
like one
that
of
or St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis has got it in there. You know, you've got LA, you've got some different places that have a lot of violent crime. But it's insane to me that they're like, obviously we don't want the police just showing up killing black people. Like that's number one. Like we don't want people getting killed without probable cause. People who are fucking armed or unarmed getting killed, but at the same time, if like in these situations, these people have all been caught doing something illegal and they're still letting them go. That's weird to me.
I'm just gonna say Wrigley Field's gonna be popping now because you can get flat out brawls, bro. Flat out just whipping ass,
wait, dude. It'd be good. At least there'll be something to watch when you go there.
Right.
The brawls.
I mean, yeah, that's terrifying, honestly. I'll just keep it a buck. I don't even know how to make a joke about it. That is terrifying.
When you're in Chicago, you can literally fucking like rob somebody, kidnap them, all this shit, and you're not even spending a day in jail. Meanwhile, there are people in the UK getting fined £300, which isn't real money, for having crisp packets, which means that actually means like chips. And sandwich representative Van, he doesn't have a license to carry rubbish, so trash. So I have to like, when I read things like this, I'm like, I gotta fucking translate it. Okay, so
right.
£300. Okay, that's dollars. Crisps, that's chips. And
talk about America back. We're back, baby.
We're back,
Pound
baby.
ain't shit no more.
We're just gonna let motherfucker. It's the remember the Wild West. That's gonna be in the wild Midwest now, dude. People are gonna be up there fucking wilding out, having a good ass time. And you're not gonna. I mean, you got to show up to court, but then that's probably when they'll arrest you. Like, you didn't show up to court. You didn't pay your taxes. You're gonna come to court.
That's wild. So what's worse, letting people live in your shed and you can't do nothing, or getting pulled over for trash in your car? Like, what's worse, honestly?
The UK is on one right now.
I gotta say, trash in my car, I'd be more pissed about that.
Yeah, I mean, if people in fucking Indiana are getting arrested for trash in their car, then
I can imagine.
Courtney's gonna spend about 25 to life with no like help for parole, like no hope for it at all.
I couldn't imagine.
Other than the fact that she did go to OT services, which is cool. My homie Justin runs that, so he cleans cars and details them. So that's pretty badass. I thought that was pretty cool.
Did he end up getting the final count of how many fish fillet boxes he counted out of Courtney's cars? Like over 200.
Is that an office joke?
Like Michael Scott.
Yeah. Ryan's like,
how many fish fillets could you eat?
The blue Powerade bottle here, keep that. I'm actually.
Yeah,
it's like,
Put that one in the guest cup holder.
I saw somebody posted, this is like random as fuck, but I saw somebody posted like they have like a truck stop. Have you seen the truck stop, like the satire truck stop like site?
Gold.
And they posted like one of our people found this Mountain Dew, and it was like this guy had piss in it, and it was like one of our people found this Mountain Dew and thought it was dropped off the truck, and they put it in the thing, and it was just like piss, and like we opened it up. I'm like, I fucking hate this shit.
Yikes.
I love that.
Oh shit.
That truck stop stuff. Man.
Made me laugh so hard, dude. That they do it, dude. I I love satire pages. That's one of the reasons why we run one. It's because we like to goof and like to do all that shit. Anyway, we've hit an hour, so we're probably gonna. We got one more thing I do want to talk about. I didn't want to throw this out before we quit. I don't know. The UAW 1166 went on strike. Yeah. So, but I heard they're still hiring McDonald's. So if they need a job, in the meantime, just go get on at McDonald's. Yeah.
What?
UAW probably around here probably stop drug testing too. Honestly,
they should, dude.
I mean, if they want workers,
they're have to do something.
Their official quote or they're saying is where we go one, we go all, right?
Yeah.
Where we go one, we go.
What a good deep cut there.
No, it's actually it's casting time.
It's
cast.
If you understand that, if you understand that reference, you were problematic in 2019. You were a problematic person if you understand that reference.
No, brother, I was a part of the revolution is what I was.
I was a patriot is what the hell I was.
Hey Brian, I'm still been trying to figure out what you were doing on January 6th. You haven't shown me any proof.
You didn't show up to work.
It was my mother-in-law in Arizona. She can attest to that, okay? It looked like me in that goddamn video.
It just looked like me, dude. I remember when that shit. This is not funny at all, but it's funny because we're pieces of shit. But when that shit happened in Charleston, remember when that shit, or Charlottesville, yeah. when the riots happened and somebody ran over somebody, Brian was like, "You should Photoshop me in the car."
Jeez.
It was a joke. It was
a joke. I was like, if I do it, I got to Photoshop myself, and we're both going down.
There's not good people on both sides. Okay,
no,
I'll end on that. There's
not. Honestly,
but across the border, they are bringing their. I'm just kidding. Just keep going. All Trump's point. There's great people on both sides in America. You guys ever watched
January 6th?
January 6th.
It was a peaceful gathering.
I had nothing to do with it.
Alex Jones was there, but he was just serving drinks.
Great people, good people.
That's now. I mean, it is Patriot Day today, but they talk about that. It's like January 6th, never forget.
Yeah, we're filming this on 9/11, guys. So
shit.
Yeah, this is 9/11. You didn't
It's
know
also
that?
technically. It's also technically Grandparents' Day, and I don't know how that worked or what. Seems pretty on the nose for me, but
yeah, Grandma, just don't go on that plane ride today. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good day. Not a good day to go on that plane ride, Grandma. Anyway, rest in peace to Britain's grandma one more time. We'll throw that out there for her because we do miss
burn one for the Queen, dog.
Burn one for X too, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Check out the Is That Right podcast. Today we had special guest Dalton on the pod. Check them out, man. YouTube, like they kill it on there. They got a Twitter, Instagram. You can check them out. All the good places.
iTunes,
iTunes. You guys are everywhere, just like us. So check them out. They got a lot coming out. You guys want to stay tuned because they are local. They are doing shit in the community. They're bringing people on. They had Lenny Pig on recently, which was pretty cool. I love Lenny.
He's great. I like to say
Lenny was out at the show. So
we're a jack of all trades, master of some. That's what I like to say.
Master of some.
Yep.
So you guys been jacking what? I'm just kidding.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. This is the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
And we were here with Dalton. Check us out. We love you.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.